It's Anna
and Rose
coming to you from the Mystery Parlor. So this is Anna, and I had my gallbladder out last week, and I'm doing great. FYI, if you ever get robotic surgery, the surgical suite looks super spooky, high-tech, and spaceship-ish. Mine had large black, spider-leg-looking probes hanging from the ceiling over the table. I think I made a joke about being probed, then the next thing I remember is waking up in recovery.
We didn't want to leave you hanging, so we decided to share a short listener story with you. The story we are highlighting today was sent in by Heidi in Fort Wayne, Indiana. We have another UAP listener story from that area too, but we're saving that for another day.
Heidi basically grew up agnostic, not a care in the world about morals or right or wrong.
She found her forever person as a 20-something. They soon married and started a family. Her husband had grown up Catholic, but his parents had divorced long ago, and so did his connection to the church.
Heidi wanted to go to church after their first daughter was born. She felt like she was missing something, and maybe this God thing or church was it.
They started going to her bestie's evangelical, non-denominational church. Her husband was along for the ride, but it was Heidi that was all in, volunteering, attending Bible studies, book groups, and services twice a week.
For a while, Heidi had become strongly anti-Catholic. Her husband brushed it off as just a phase.
Then, one day, Heidi woke up and decided she was going to look into becoming Catholic. It was a feeling that she couldn't shake or figure out where it was coming from.
Confused, she shared this with her husband.
He let her know it just so happened to be Ash Wednesday and suggested they go check out Mass if she wanted. So they did.
It was the start of a new chapter of learning with lots of sacraments, baptisms, first communions and confessions, confirmations, and a wedding blessing.
The family was happy, but something in their house was not.
Their modern ranch house on a slab became noisy. Creaks, bangs, knocks, and slams. What was it? It's still unclear.
Then it got worse. Suddenly, their children were waking in the night, saying that they were pushed out of bed.
Heidi's husband woke up one night hollering that something was biting his finger, and there were marks as if something or someone had bit him.
Heidi's husband called a friend who is Catholic. It was actually the husband to the woman sponsoring Heidi into the church as her godmother.
Up until this point, the family had stayed quiet about what was going on, in fear of looking crazy. Sound familiar? They were truly hoping it was simply their overactive imaginations. But bite marks are, well, bite marks and hard to dismiss.
Her husband's friend had an uncle who was a priest, and he arranged for him to come bless their house after Mass the following Sunday.
The paranormal activity in the house had amped up. Now the children were not sleeping in their rooms at all. The parents were barely sleeping. Sunday couldn't come soon enough.
When the family returned from Mass on Sunday, everyone went to their rooms to change into comfortable clothes. This is when the walls of the house came alive. There was a loud scraping and scratching noise, like a wolverine was in every wall, interior and exterior of the home, trying to get in, trying to get out. Everyone ran down the hall and into the family room, eyes wide and not knowing what to do.
Heidi started yelling that it had to be raccoons, too terrified to say what she thought it actually was, and that she was going outside to inspect the soffits to see where the raccoons were getting in. She told everyone to come out and wait in the yard until the priest got there. Her husband agreed.
They all ran to the door, and when she opened it, the priest was standing there, ready to knock. Heidi started crying, and her husband and the kids were talking over each other, trying to tell him all of the things that were happening and had happened.
The priest was calm, smiling, and did not act surprised at all with the stories. He put a stole over his shoulders and walked from room to room, praying and sprinkling holy water.
The last thing he said in a playful way, on his way out the door, was, "I noticed you don't have any pictures or statues of Mary. You should get some. She's a funny girl." Then he was gone.
That was the end of all the paranormal activity in the house. Nothing questionable ever happened again. Heidi said the house felt lighter and brighter after the priest had blessed it. It was like he had lifted a looming shadow. The family went to the Abba House bookstore on Monday morning to purchase a few Mary items.
A few years later, the family moved, and Heidi had their new house blessed right away by her parish priest, just in case the previous owners left anything or anyone behind.
We hope you have enjoyed our first listener story. Thank you, Heidi, for taking the time to share your story with us.
Since we're still brand spanking new to this realm of podcasting, if you have a mystical, obscure, paranormal, or an out-of-this-world story we need to share, our email is open. Please send us your experiences at mysteryparlor@gmail.com. We promise to read and respond to each and every one of you.
We have recently created a page on a website called Buy Me a Coffee, where you can support us by giving us a one-time donation or subscribing to us for exclusive content. You can find this using the link in the description.
Your support will help us with things like upgrading our equipment, planning on-site episodes, arranging for guest speakers, and then releasing more frequent episodes.
You can also find us on Instagram using the link in the description.
Thanks for listening.
Bye for now.